yeah, man. You know what it is. You know what it is, Tony. You know what's up. You know what time it is. It is time for the weekly night flight in the PMP community. Creative Tony to your left, blazing guns tonight. Paulie Mack in the traditional T-shirt, ready to rock and roll for you on a Wednesday night. We have a lot up our sleeve tonight, including a very, very big announcement. We've been sitting on this for a while, and we're going to share some great news with you guys in a minute. First off, let me say what up, Don Peralta, Rags, Badges, John Joseph, Gravy, Corinne, Pine Needle, Sweet Mad Hatter, the aspiring botanist. The list goes on and on. Scarlet Fire, how you doing tonight? Oh, Scarlet Fire, I send you my well wishes. I heard that Scarlet Fire and Mr. Scarlet Fire, Creative Tony, have both come down with the COVID virus, which really sucks. I hate the fact that COVID is still out there swirling around. Bums me out.
Yeah, dude, unfortunately, it's probably just going to be around forever, dude. But, like, you know, you're going to be fine. You guys just rest up, rest easy, and you'll be okay. And maybe, you know what? It's Mother Nature's way of saying, you know what? It's forcing you to take a break. It's forcing you to just chill out, have a movie-thon. And I say all of this hoping that it's not, you know, like really messing you up. So I'm hoping that it's mild and that it's chill and you guys just chill.
Creative Tony, you're trying to say that that's God's way of saying stay home, take a couple days off from work, watch the Giants get their heads kicked in again, because that's what's happening right now, folks. I think you're better off over here on the PMP show than you are watching the Giants. We'll keep you updated, but they're down 6-1 right now. Landon Roupp had to leave the game. That was kind of scary. He took a flying
I was almost about to play a laugh track. Thank God I didn't, because you went right into Landon Roupp getting nailed and then twisting his knee all up. So, hey, good vibes to Landon Roupp, man. I hope he's okay, because I don't think he left the game because he got hit. He twisted his knee all funky. He had to get carted off, man. So you never want to see that, dude. So
no, it was rough. It was rough. And that kind of epitomizes the Giants season, man. One step up, two steps back. Shout out Bruce Springsteen. Great track. Tone a little love. Dive into that when you can. But that have been the Giants this year. Really nice win 2 days ago. Last night, they're back to being the Giants. And again, more of that today. Tomorrow, they'll wrap the series in San Diego. It's a daytime affair. Justin Verlander, who has really found his footing, he will be on the hill for the Giants tomorrow. Anyway, we'll keep you posted on the scores tonight. We do have some Niner news we want to share. We have a huge mailbag that we want to get into tonight as well. Tony, what else do you have on your docket before I take over and start talking about the big news? What else you got for us tonight?
I got a beer that I'm about to crack open. I want to talk a little MLB. I want to talk about umpire cams. I want to talk some birthdays, mailbag, Niner wide receiver, wilding out. You know, remember that term, wilding out?
I like that term. I like that term. Yeah.
Right, dude. And then
his blank style was buck wild, if you know what I'm saying, dude. His blank style was buck wild. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
And also, you know, talk about what our announcement that we've been wanting to share with people for a while. We finally got the go ahead today, so we can talk about that in a little while as well, Paulie. And also, we have to put out an APB, Travis Rincon or Rincon.
It's so funny. I was just about to get into that. I got Travis right here. I got my note about Travis. Go ahead, T. You take the honors.
This portion of the show is dedicated and sponsored by Travis Rincon. Dude, you ordered tickets to the Giants game, but you left us no contact info. So, my man, Travis, email us, pauliespod@gmail.com. pauliespod@gmail.com. Email us, dude, so we can make sure that you're squared away and ready to rock come next Tuesday, which is going to be a hoot. I don't care about the product on the field by that point, because we don't have to talk about the Giants right now. I just want to talk about Travis. Give us an email.
Let me do this. Let me do it another way, Tony. Hold on one second. Let me get over the appropriate. Here we go. Well, Travis Rincon, please report to the information desk at the Polymac Particle help station. Tony, not only did my guy Rincon order tickets, it's my understanding Travis Rincon also pulled up to the, I love doing this in a long form. Travis Rincon also pulled up to the merch stand and apparently bought a ton of merch, and we don't know where to send it. So, yo, Rincon, help a brother out. You give us your address. We will get you the goods. Hold on, Tony. Let me get the megaphone up. Anyway, I thought it'd be a little more official if I did it that way.
It's definitely more official. It sounds more official. And dude, we're literally 5 minutes into the show, and I've already effed up. He didn't buy Giants tickets. He bought a ton of merch.
Yeah. Well, it's part of what we do. It's part of the beauty of the show. You F up a little, I'll F up a little. It's what makes the world go round, man. No one's going to accuse Tony or myself of perfection. You know what I'm saying? And I want to keep it that way. You got to have some scratches on the record, man. I don't want it too clean. Okay, so Rincon, step right up, get your stuff. We need your contact info. Number 2, hey, Dom, I want to thank you and also my main man, Kieran? I haven't met Kieran yet, but dude, these guys were good enough to send me the Goha, the plant cleaner. I got one in the mail, so I'm dusting off my plants now. I feel like a gangster. And let me tell you what, that is actually a very useful tool. And it's something that I need because I have a ton of plants in my kitchen and they do get dusty. And what I used to do is I would take like a wet kind of cloth and start like wiping them down. This thing is way easier. And it's almost, Tony, dare I say, it's borderline sensual. The way you clean the leaves, like very gently. I'm like, boy, this is getting like erotic over here. Yeah.
That's why I suggested the tool, the device for rags. That's exactly why I recommended it for rags. So
don't let this thing get into Rags' hand, bro. He'll use it for all the wrong reasons in all the wrong ways. You know what I mean?
I would also like to say thank you to Kieran as well, and Don Peralta and Stellar Design, because I have a leaf, the whole leaf kit as well. Yeah. And I'm happy plants, dude. Happy plants. And Paulie, that makes a happy home in my life. I think in everybody's lives. The more plants in your home, the better your scene is inside your home.
Shout out the Grateful Dead, Beat It On Down the Line. They actually have a lyric. It's a Bobby song. I saw them play it once, only once. It's a really old, I think it's on their first album actually. And there's a lyric in that song. Then Bobby goes, "That's where I'm going to make my happy home. That's where I'm going to make my happy home." That's for you, Tony. And that's also for you, Scarlet Fire. I know you're a Beat It On Down the Line kind of girl. And yes, Winks is from Jersey too, but he lives in LA right now to answer Scarlet Fire. Tony, go ahead. What you got there, buddy?
I'm thirsty. That's all.
Okay. Well, it's a good time. In fact, if you are at home right now and you have a cocktail, you got some delish, whatever it is, get ready to have a toast. We're going to have a toast on the show right now. Tony, open it up. I'll say cheers. Nice.
That's good. I think I sprayed the soundboard on that one.
That's part of what happens. A little shrapnel on the board never hurt anybody. Cheers, Tony. Here we go. Okay. Let's get into this, and then we'll talk about Longbridge Pizza for a minute. But first, I want to get into an announcement. So Tony and I have been kind of behind the scenes when we're not on the show.
Hold on. We don't make announcements on the show without making the announcement sounder. So there we go. I just had to play close encounters.
No, I'm totally down with it. Maybe when I'm done with the announcement, can I get an explosion to punctuate? You know what I mean? Like the boom, there's the news, bam, with a big explosion. No, we are really happy about this. So Tony and I have been in conversations, ongoing conversations with Cron 4 TV, Cron 4 TV, the legendary Cron 4, former home of Gary Radnich. Let me just say this. They have new management in place now, and they are rebuilding the station. They are rebranding the station and basically, honestly, reintroducing the station with a lot of new content. And guess what, kids? The Paulie Mac Particle Show is part of their new content presentation. So as of tonight, right now, as we speak, I am so happy to announce our new partnership with Cron 4. And I got to tell you what, these guys have been so good to us. Big shout out and big thank you to Chris Flynn, the general manager over there. He's the new GM. He just got hired and he really believes in our show. We've been talking to Chris for a couple of months now. And I got to tell you, if you're interested, there is now a new way to pick up the PMP show. There's a new way you can find the PMP show. Tony, as they say in the business, there's a new way to consume the PMP show. You can consume the show now on smart TV. Okay, there's a Cron 4 Plus app that now houses the Paulie Mac Particle Show. We're going to feed the new episodes on a daily basis. And coming soon, it will be available on your mobile app. But Tony, I'm going to let you kind of walk our audience through the particulars of how they can pick it up. But that's the big banner headlines is we are now partnered up with Cron 4. You can find the show on Cron 4, the Plus app, and we'll still be right here. We're not going anywhere. It's just another way to pick up the show, and it's another way to kind of spread the brand and expand our visibility and hopefully pick up a lot more, new audience members, Steve. But go ahead. I'll give you the floor for this.
Well, yeah, so just want to clarify with people that it's the new Cron 4 Plus app that they've launched, and they're launching it on smart TVs first. Initially, they're doing it on smart TVs, so through Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Those are the three outlets you can use to download the app and watch the show, and it's video on demand. And then it's also going to be live on the app starting soon every night at 11:30. So if you miss it and you just want to catch it live, you don't even want to do anything, just go to the Cron 4 Plus app on Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. And then soon down the line, it'll be available on mobile devices as well. which Cron Chris, that's what we're going to call him from now on. Cron Chris Flynn, the general manager.
By the way, is he totally cool guy? I mean, he's a big boss of the station. He's rebranding and reintroducing everything, re-imaging everything. But in the trenches, he's one of us. Like, we're getting along so well with Chris. So yes, Cron Chris, go ahead, T. Yeah.
Well, and the cool story too is that Chris just approached me and said, hey, can you get Paulie on the line? I want to talk to you guys about something. And I've known Chris for a while. He's worked in Bay Area media for sales for a while. And he says, hey, I'm gonna interview for this general manager job, and I'd love to use your show as part of my pitch. And I said, can I use your, he said, can I use your show? And we were like, of course. So he went to Texas, had a bunch of interviews, calls me like 2 weeks later and says, I got the gig. And so next thing you know, Paulie and I are just like, you got the gig, let's go. So then we've been working on this for a few months about, getting this going on Cron 4 Plus. There are many irons in the fire, shall we say, about the future of what we plan to do with this Cron 4 Plus app and with the Cron 4 website and the actual TV station. So it's all very exciting. And Cron Chris Flynn, thank you very much for even showing interest in the show. And again, if you just go to your smart TV, and if you have Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV, you can download the app and you can watch the show at your convenience and spread the word to other people that we're available. And like Paulie said, we're always going to be here on YouTube and Twitter and Blue Sky and wherever, Instagram, wherever we're broadcasting. But this is another outlet for us, and it's a bigger, it's a bigger, and it's a classic San Francisco Bay Area station that we're really proud to be a part of. And I gotta say, Marcel, you made me laugh out loud because I saw him say chronic is what he said.
Yeah, dude, we should read. Hey, Dom, new assignment for you. Get to work on the Chronic album cover with me and Tony instead of Dre and Snoop. Let's get a whole new interpretation of the Chronic, dude. Kronik, or however you want to spell it. But no, Tony, well said. Thank you for all that. And Tony's right. Like, this is really just the beginning. There's a lot more that we have coming. We're just taking this one step at a time, and it's taken a while to get to this point because again, for Chris, we've been working on this with Chris for a few months now, and that we've been kind of teasing it a little bit on the air, but it hasn't been official until today, and that's why we're so happy. So you can find the show on the Cron 4 Plus app, and again, streaming new episodes every night at 11:30 p.m. And then you can also find the archive. Just get into the Plus app, and you'll find older shows there too. If you missed anything, you can pick it up there. Or if you want to stay right here where you are, that's great, man. Show's going to be available right here. As always, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and then, of course, all our friends on Spotify and Apple Music, too. But Tony's right, man. As the months go on here, you're going to see there's going to be a lot more coming up that involves the PMP show. You guys are going to be blown away. I'm kind of blown away, and I'm just so happy because this is a win for all of us, man. This is a win for Karen Bell, for Noemi, the aspiring botanist, Los D, our sponsors. Like, guys, I've been saying this since day one, and I'm not just running my mouth. Like, I mean this sincerely. This has been a community effort since day one. Like, Tony and I, we are so aware of like your dedication, the audience, and the fact that you guys show up every day. We change the show times. Bam, you guys show up there no matter what we do. And it's been unbelievably helpful, unbelievably humbling. And without you guys, none of this would have happened. So thank you guys. Hey, S. Wong, what's up, bro? Good to see you too, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for all of the kind words you're putting up there right now. And again, Tony, that's how I see it. Yes, it's great for us, but it's a win for everybody. And for Los D, you know, Dr. Young, Longbridge Pizza. Guess what, y'all? When we take the show over there, Chris was like, dude, keep your sponsors. All the sponsors we have now are going to get 10 times as much exposure thanks to Cron 4. So again, big, huge thank you to Cron 4. We are now partnered up with these guys. And like Tony said, bro, I used to watch Cron 4 every night. They were my go-to local news channel. And Gary, I told you guys, Gary on Sunday night, Sports Final, dude, that was how I ended every weekend back in the day, T. So I'm very proud to be part of the station now.
Dude, 100%, man. And Chris is such an ideas guy. And that's why we're so excited to be involved with Chris Flynn and Cron, because he has got ideas. Every time we talk, he's got more ideas. And so we're really excited to build with him. And another thing, Paulie, is that one thing about this show will never change, and here's what will not change.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
Okay, we're gonna. That's what Chris was adamant about. He's like, don't change your content. We grabbed your show because we like what you guys are doing. Don't change anything. So, and again, like Paulie said, it's a testament to everybody that takes part in the show. So we thank all of you. It's a freaking team effort, man. And
Okay.
Here we go.
So let me address Patty. You got a great question. Oh, Stevie B, bro, I don't know any other way, dude. Rebel without a pause. Shout out Public Enemy. Of course, we're going to stay rebellious. That's the only way we know how to do it. And Patty, she goes, oops, do we have to watch our language? See, that's a great question. If you've noticed, we've been trying to clean up our act. Yeah, we sort of kind of do have to. Like, if something slips, it's not the end of the world. We can go beep it out before we feed it to Kron. But this is also connected to why we've tried to keep the show to an hour, even though we never succeeded that. Like, you guys would be blown away because Chris is like, guys, got to do the show in an hour. You got to keep the show to an hour. Like, he said that 100 times. We're like, yeah. And then, like, I'll look up, it's $1.15, $1.20, $1.25. So that is all part of the reason we've been trying to make the show within a 60-minute window, because that's what they're asking us to do. And you know what? Based on the amount of room they're giving us and the amount of creative freedom they're giving us, to me, that's a small ask. That the only thing they've asked us to do is keep the show to 60 minutes. I'm like, we're going to give it our best shot. And thank you guys. So now the cat's out of the bag. Thank you, Scarlet Fire. No, Karen Bell, tighten up for stardom. Hey, whatever it takes, man. And Gravy, 90 is the new 60. We're working on it, you guys. But that's what's been going on. And we're finally at liberty to kind of talk openly about it. So, yeah, go ahead, Tony.
A couple things. First of all, how much you want to bet we don't do it tonight? I'd be willing to bet we don't make
Not
it.
Not a good look for us on our first day at Kron, blowing right through 60. I'm going to try to keep it at 60, dude. We got to try to get up on the right foot with these guys. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But also want to celebrate, talk about how it's a group effort. I sent an email to StreamYard and they responded very quickly, to their credit. And I also just did what engineers always tell me to do. Did you log off and log back in? Did you turn off your computer and turn it back on? It did all those things. So now the supers are back, Paulie. And I want to start off with Don Peralta. He did a test back in at 7:48 p.m. He did a test. He said Polymax particles, testes, 1, 2, 3. So there you go right there. And then Patty, thank you, Don, for that super. Then Patty from Napa testing the super chat early. It didn't work for me yesterday. My apologies, our apologies yesterday, because of they weren't popping up for us. And see how it's a different color? And what's Dom's? Dom's was blue. See, they always pop up different colors. And so that's how I see them during the show. Now they're back. The supers are back. So thank you, Patty. Thank you, Don Peralta. But Paulie, I got more. So stand by. Lily Merchant, she's a super. And she says, well-deserved, guys. Celebrate. Spreading the particles stronger, higher. Yes, Lily. Thank you,
Lily. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you for the vibes, Lily. Really, thank you. You're part of the reason why
she was there. I'll never forget. Lily was posted up right near the front at Longbridge. I could tell right there. I'm like, these guys are running this place, man. Lily and her whole crew. And Lily, thanks for coming out when I played down at the water bar that day. You've been a great supporter of the show. Thank you, Lily. Thank you.
And then Karen Bell with the Karen Bell, thank you for the super. You've been so supportive, and keep the red glasses on. And congratulations, well deserved.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm just showing these right now, Paulie. First of all, because I'm excited the supers are back, but I'm also just emphasizing how much it's about the community, like you were saying earlier. And Karen Bell, thank you for the super. Cannot express our gratitude enough. And then Patty's showing up again. She says, please don't forget us as you grow so big. LOL.
No, you don't do that, dude. You take care of the audience. You know who I learned that from? Seriously, I took my cues on how, if you're like a performer or you do a show of any kind, like how you interact with your audience. The guys I took my cues from on this, there's 3 people: the Grateful Dead, Henry Rollins, and Johnny Ramone of the Ramones, who always said, Johnny Ramone was doing this interview and he was like, you know what, man? He's like, you have to take care of your audience. You don't turn your back on them. You don't start doing stuff that they're not going to like. You got to serve them. And that's what we're trying to do to you guys. And same with the Grateful Dead. You take care of your audience. And that's really important to us. And no, we're not going anywhere. The egos are staying intact. Believe me, Tony wouldn't let me get an ego. He'd kick me in the ribs before I started flexing, and vice versa. I'd throw him through a plate glass window if he started flexing any ego with me. So it's just never going to happen. We find that actually very offensive. And believe it or not, having worked in, major market radio for as long as Tony and I have, we've seen egos that you guys wouldn't even believe. And it's a huge turnoff. Like when you are dealing with somebody like that, it's like, dude, are you for real? Are you effing for real with this? So no, that is not going to happen, you guys. I saw Stevie B they're still coming. Okay, sorry.
Candlestick Kid, thank you. And I love, dude, thank you for the picture as well. And thank you for the super. He says, congrats, fellas. PMP Army just getting stronger. Dude, you are so right, man. And it's just this, it's building. It's just building, and we continue to build it. And I just a total like peek into the back end of this show. I was just texting Paulie yesterday. Hey, Paulie, I'm checking out YouTube numbers and all that stuff. And it's a steady growth, and it's all of everybody is responsible for it. And I remember talking to Kruger about this when he was talking about his first couple, like year and a half. He said it's a slow build, it's a slow growth. And he says, and you want that. You don't want like to just have a meteoric rise right out of the gates, because that's going to fall really fast. He goes, it's a slow growth. Now Larry's kicking ass, and we're all building this together. Tom Tolbert's doing great. John Lund is doing great. Amy G's doing great. Rod Brooks doing great. And also Jeremy Affel getting going. By the way, Jeremy Affel just did an episode with George Contos that I edited down yesterday, and it's posted on Bay Area Sports Collective YouTube channel. Check it out. It's great, man. Two old former ball players talking ball. Great stuff. So Candlestick Kid, thank you for the super. And finally, Paulie, oh no, not finally. Steve Bisecchio, he says, greetings from the Jersey Shore. Gonna tag Stone Pony and Asbury with some PMP sticker swag. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, with Kron. Hard earned, well deserved, boys. Thank you, Stevie B. Love you, buddy. And thank you for being a super. And Paulie, then we got the aspiring botanist. And he says, congratulations. This is so happy, and go Niners. Yes, go Niners. That could be a segue into Paulie, Sky Moore. Demarcus Robinson.
We're going to get there. We're going to talk a little Sky Moore. And aspiring botanist, I dig your picture. We got to get aspiring botanist one of these Gohas, man. He can clean his plants with it. And thank you for the support, aspiring botanist. What, T? What?
That's a great call, actually. GoHaPlantCare.com, by the way. We're going to get into Stellar Design and Peralta Arts later on in the show. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to give that a plug too, because that's one of the leaf sweep is a great product, and I just got one in the mail too. Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Karen, because that thing is giving my plants some love. So, and botanist, thank you for the super, and everybody, thank you for the supers. You guys rock.
Hey, one more, Tony. Give me Sanchi, and then we're going to get into some Longbridge pizza, and then we'll dive into some Sky Moore and stuff. Sanchi, Bravo Brothers. Does this mean the green room gets an upgrade? I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope so. We'll start using We'll start using sparkling water instead of tap water. You know what I mean? Yeah.
By the way, Paulie, I was listening to last night's show, looking for sound bites and stuff, and cutting up that Scott Ostler bit that we posted on social media last night, because I'm glad that Scott set the record straight with us yesterday. And then when we posted that, a lot of people appreciated hearing that from Scott. But the soundbite I think I want to have on the show is basically him just saying, your green room sucks.
yeah. Scott rules, man. Scott can roll with it. He really can. And you're right. It's good that he came on and clarified that whole thing, because it was a totally kind of mutated story that hit the public from what actually happened. So it was great that he got to clarify that a little bit. Again, thank you guys for everything. And you're a huge part of it. We're all in this together. Onward and freaking upward, kids. All right. Speaking of, Tony, Longbridge Pizza. These guys stepped up to the plate first, and they said, hey, we like what you guys are doing. We'd like to be a sponsor. And here we are, months later, getting ready to go to Cron. Longbridge, you're coming with us. Los D, you're coming with us. You know what I mean? Dr. Young, and by the way, I look forward to Creative Tony's Dr. Young spot tomorrow, because this kid got you finally saw the charms, dude. You sat in the chair, you had the headphones. Tony had a big session with Dr. Young in his office yesterday. We'll get into that tomorrow when we do the Dr. Young spot. And guess what? Dom Peralta's getting into the batter's box next. He wants to go see Dr. Young. Oh, and Dom, dude, thank you for, because again, we're thanking everybody, but Dom Peralta has played a massive role in this show. And Dom, we probably wouldn't have gotten the Cron call without your help. So thank you, brother. Thank you.
No question. Probably before you get into Longbridge, I do just want to say about Dr. Matt Young. I'll go into it more tomorrow, but I've got a temporary crown on my tooth right now. And dude, it was the most enjoyable. If it's possible to enjoy the dentist, I enjoyed it yesterday. I'll get into it more tomorrow, but just shout out Dr. Matt Young if you're watching, and shout out to the Young Dental Group in San Francisco, 490 Post Street, right there, Union Square, right next to Morton's Steakhouse, right there on Post Street, right down the street from the original, like the downtown Olympic Club. So it's a great, and I have pictures too that I'll share tomorrow too. Anyways, it was just a wonderful experience, and Dr. Matt Young, just an amazing guy. And you want to talk about like a guy who creates the experience through his energy. It starts when you meet him, and it goes from there. So we'll talk about it more tomorrow, but I just want to get that out there too.
No, I appreciate it, T. And also, Stevie B, you put a thought in my head. You're in Jersey right now. Enjoy the shore. Jump in that Atlantic Ocean for me. And keep in mind, our other East Coast brother, or one of our East Coast brothers, Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post. Dude, I'm lying on the couch last night watching TV, minding my own business. My phone starts blowing up. It's Mark Cannizzaro at the Prudential Center in Newark watching The Who. And he started sending me videos. He's like, dude, The Who are blowing me away. I can't believe how freaking good The Who are tonight. So we actually have some Jersey flavor for you tonight. We'll play you some of The Who videos that Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post shot. Hey, there's Dr. Young. What's happening, Dr. Young? Good to see you, buddy. I told you, Tony, tell me, see, now you know the truth. I wasn't exaggerating. I wasn't like blowing smoke. No. Everything I said about Dr. Young is fact.
Also, just a handsome dude, too. I mean, great head of hair, nice skin.
Like, a nice tan, too. He's rocking a nice tan right now.
And by the way, too, I've been talking about whitening, and I know this we're supposed to get into Longbridge, but I said, Doc, you know, my daughter rags on my teeth all the time. She goes, Dad, they're so yellow. Oh. And Dr. Young, then he on the screen that's in front of you, the computer screen, he zoomed in on my teeth, and I go, ooh. And he goes, yeah, we can help you out there. We can help you out there.
He's trying to be polite. He's like, yeah, this is a mess, dude. We're going to clean this up for you. No, Dr. Young rules, but we'll get into a deeper spot with him tomorrow. We actually have photos of Dr. Young, photos of Tony in the office. We're going to share all that stuff for you tomorrow. But anyway, Tony, let's talk Longbridge Pizza for a second, because these guys were the first. And Neil Donardi, cheers to you too, brother. This is a win for you as well, the whole Cron 4 announcement. So in the meantime, if you have not been to Longbridge Pizza, head on down there anytime. They're closed on Monday, but open every other day of the week. We're going to have a little pregame get-together at Longbridge on Tuesday before we head over to the Giants game. And another announcement inside the Longbridge spot, Rod Brooks, our Bay Area Sports Collective brother, has joined in the fun. He will be attending the party with us in the game, so you get to hang out with Rod Brooks next Tuesday night too. That's all part of that Vibe Tribe thing that they're doing down at Longbridge Pizza. We talk about how great Neil does with his pizza, the sourdough crust, the Polymac particle pizza. But Tony, I kind of want to give you the reins tonight, because you are wearing that shirt for a reason. It's kind of connected to Longbridge. You should tell your tale. Tony is flexing guns tonight for a reason. So I'm going to go ahead. There's a reason. You tell your story.
Dude, first of all, we've talked about this. I never wear tank tops or sleeveless shirts, but I do an annual horseshoe tournament with college buddies. Shout out Mike Baker. Shout out Rafi Cougs. I mean, dude, shout out Chachi. Shout out JJ. All these guys are the group of guys I've been doing. This is the 13th annual coming up, or no, sorry, the 12th annual coming up. And last year was Shoe. The name of the tournament is Shoe, but this goes to 11 was last year, and so we put umlauts on the O of the.
I like
shoe.
that the S in shoe is like the Kiss S, like the lightning bolt S. Yeah,
totally. We wanted to get 80s rock out there, so we do merch every year, and it's a double elimination tournament. And I said, I called up Neil and I said, hey, dude, Neil, can I come and pick up some pizzas? And he goes, dude, how about you're not going to come pick up pizzas? Why don't I bring my pizza oven on wheels to your tournament, and I'll bake right there on the spot? And I said, and he goes, and I said, well, hey, dude, because we've got a budget for food, and we're just going to, and I go, hey, we're going to pay you in cold, hard cash. And he goes, dude, that's fantastic. Everybody loves cash in that, in the industry, of course. And then, but my point being is that, first of all, Neil being so cool and just saying, let me take it up a notch, but also that he does corporate events. If you're in a company and you want Neil to come out and bake pizza at your corporate event, give him a call, right? Check out Longbridge Pizza. If you want to do a private party at Longbridge, he'll do that as well in the back room. So it's just, there's many options with Longbridge Pizza, not just going in and having their incredible pizza and sandwiches and ice cold beer, but it's also, there are options for corporate events. My horseshoe tournament is now a corporate event, which is great because Neil Donardi will be there baking pizzas on Saturday. Double elimination tournament, Paulie. Wish me luck on Saturday. So I'll keep you posted, but I'll take pictures as well. But we'll talk about it more on Friday. But yes, Longbridge, Neil Donardi, Andrew Markoulis, two of the coolest dudes around, and they jumped in on the ground floor, literally the ground floor, and said, "Can you guys looking for sponsors?" And we said, "Hell yeah, we're looking for sponsors." And and it's been a great ride. And I just am so stoked to have them on board. And here we go. Sky's the limit. Sky Moore is the limit, Paulie. Sorry.
Yeah, well, there you go. With that being said, so thank you, Longbridge Pizza. We do appreciate you and we do love you. All right, Tony, let's talk about it. I never thought I'd celebrate the day Kansas City Chief came to town, but I guess I'm doing it tonight. Sky Moore. You might be saying, who the hell is Sky Moore? Well, Sky Moore is a new wide receiver. The Niners just signed him. He will be playing because they're so depleted. I mean, they really do need the help of wide receiver. And but he, Tony, I was looking at his resume, didn't get a whole lot of action, you know what I mean? In Kansas City, kind of modest numbers. But you said you had a Mahomes connection on that, you were saying?
Well, let's go through the numbers first, Paulie. 43 catches, 494 yards total in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So the numbers aren't great. And also didn't have a catch in the first 6 games last year before he left with the season-ending core muscle injury. I did say, I think it was to Fareed, I was texting with Fareed earlier today, Robot Centaur, that I do like his speed. And then I saw David Lombardi say also that the reason the Niners like him is his burst off the line is like really one of the quickest bursts in the NFL. So, but my theory, I said to Paulie before the show is, you know what? This is all Patrick Mahomes related.
Nice.
The guy didn't succeed because he had Mahomes. He was playing under Mahomes. Now that he's coming to the Bay, wouldn't it be amazing if his career just took off because he has a real pocket passer that doesn't flop on the sideline, that doesn't complain to refs, that doesn't do all the BS that Patrick Mahomes does? Wouldn't that be nice if Sky Moore just were to take flight? And sorry, man, the bad puns. I apologize.
No, I don't mind it at all, man. I don't mind your puns at all. In fact, I kind of appreciate them. And by the way, speaking of creative Tony's Kansas City Chiefs, I was looking at the I was looking at the schedule. Tony's Chiefs. We got now, Rags, I know you already know about this, but the first game of the season this year will be a Thursday nighter. It's Philly and Dallas. And then Tony, not to be outdone, I don't even know if you're aware of this. Are you aware of the fact that, but then this is before the opening Sunday of the NFL season, Dallas and Philly go on Thursday. The Chiefs are going to play the Chargers, Tony, on Friday night. Okay. Now we're playing Friday night football. Yeah, I like Friday night, dog. I like to play on Friday night. And by the way, the game is on YouTube TV. So yeah, you can figure that out when you're in between new installments of Tony of the Kingdom. Okay, the Kingdom. And I'm very proud and happy to say I have not watched a single second of the Kingdom. I see it listed occasionally. I just go blowing right past it. Have you watched the Kingdom? Tell me the truth.
Well, first of all, go to Chrome 4 Plus and watch one of our episodes instead of watching Friday Night Football. Number 1. Number 2. Number 2. I have not watched the Kingdom yet, but I promise you I will. And Paulie, I did watch like the first, I don't know, half hour of the America's team, Dallas Cowboys.
Dude, I'm deep into that. I watched like 3 episodes last night. I'm deep into it. Go ahead.
But first of all, Ray Goodman is a super, and I got to honor the supers. He says, "Congrats." He says, "No more StreamYard. Not so fast, Ray. We will still be using StreamYard because it can disperse the program through multiple platforms. So we'll still be using StreamYard, and we're still be using YouTube. We still can find us on YouTube. We're still going to be broadcasting on Twitter and Instagram as well. And then the shows will be put on YouTube. On Cron 4 Plus as well. And then I'll keep putting them on Blue Sky and Facebook also, just so we can cover the gamut, as they say. But Ray, thank you so much for the super. Haven't forgotten about your birthday show, buddy, coming up on September 5th. We're going to talk about that as it gets closer. But thank you for the super, Ray. And then Paulie.
Stevie B's backing one up too. I'm going to let you handle this one, Tony. Go ahead. Bring up a super. Go ahead.
Hold on, Stevie B. Thank you for the super. Dude, Stevie B's feeling good on the jersey.
He's in Stone Pony. He's getting loose. Yeah. Say what's up to the ghost of Bruce Springsteen down there too for me, Stevie B. Go ahead, T.
He says if Sky Moore doesn't pan out in the NFL, he's got a bright future as a female adult film star with that moniker. Hey, we wish him well.
Stevie B, next drink is on me, buddy. If I was with you right now, I'd buy you around, my man. I really would.
Actually, Sky Moore should probably be paying royalties to Sky Vodka, because isn't Sky Vodka SKYY? Like, come on, man.
As far as I'm concerned, they should pay royalties to the family of Dickie Betts too for Blue Sky. You're my Blue Sky. You're my sunny day. Give the Dickie Betts estate some money too while you're at it. But now let's just catch up on the Niners. I want to go back to your Dallas thing. But the reason Sky Moore is kind of welcome, and just in case you guys are losing track. Okay, Brandon Ayuk still recovering from the knee. Juwan Jennings still dealing with the calf. Jordan Watkins, high ankle sprain. We shouldn't have left out Demarcus Robinson, who's now got a 3-game suspension for violating the substance abuse policy of the NFL. Boy, you talk about lack of weapons right now. Yeah, they still have Kittle. Yeah, they still have CMC, but I slightly worry that Shanahan's going to run CMC into the ground because they are so short at the wide receiver position. He might put an extra amount of work in Christian McCaffrey's hands. I just hope he's durable enough to take it, especially coming off the kind of the injuries that have plagued him. Yeah.
Gurendo's back, which is good news.
Yep.
So it's good to have Gurendo back. That's very good news. I hope Jordan James is back soon too. I shouldn't be hoping that much for a rookie to return, but he was doing well in camp, and I was excited when they drafted him. So I hope he's back soon. And but it does kind of map out for overuse of McCaffrey. But dude, teams are going to just stack the box. And they're going to force Purdy to throw to Sky Moore, and they're going to force Purdy to throw to Pearsall and Cowing if Cowing's back, and if the calf and the contractor worked out with Juwan Jennings, maybe Juwan Jennings for a goof might want to take the field on week 1. Just because maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe because you're under contract, Juwan Jennings, and you're getting paid pretty well, dude, for what you've done so far. I grant, finish out your contract, and sky's the limit, dude. Go.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't like what's going on with that, and I feel like these agents get in these players' heads, man, and they just say, "Oh, you could get more. You could get more. You should ask for more. You should ask for more." And it's like, I don't disagree that Juwan Jennings has played well for the Niners, but the Niners, I think, and I've seen like guys like Tim Kawakami and Lombardi have talked about like the Niners might have been willing to go like maybe up to like 12 mil for, to renegotiate his contract. But supposedly Jennings and his agent are asking for like 18 to 20. And it's like, no, dude, you can't go down that road if you're the Niners.
And frankly, I got to be honest. He's had one good season, and he was very good. He became a very good wide receiver last year, but I don't think he's worthy of $20 million a year, dude. Slow your freaking roll. Show me a little more. The other thing that bums me out is the fact that during the Shanahan era, like the running backs and fullbacks we've had, they just come and go, bro. And there's a lot of good ones that have come through Kyle's system, but just for a short time, whether it was Matt Breida, whether it was Raheem Mostert. How about the fact that Jordan Mason is gone, dude? I wish Jordan Mason was still here. That guy, to me, had so much potential for short yardage situations, had kind of a bar none William Floyd kind of physique, like a big, strong dude, man. Just smash mouth ball right up the middle. He's gone. He's a Viking now. So it's like, it just seems like the Niners can never hold on to their running backs, man, or they get injured. It's crazy.
I had a plan. I just did a fantasy football draft last week, Paulie, and it's an auction draft. Not to geek out too much on fantasy football, but it's an auction draft where you get $200 of fake money, and you get to like basically somebody will put somebody up on for auction. Hey, they'll say Jordan Mason, I'll start the bidding at $5 or whatever. And then you look at the values that are placed on them. Like, oh, Jordan, he should get around, $11, $12. I thought I'd be able to get him for that price or maybe around there, dude. No, he went like deeper and people spent a lot of, I forget what he went for, but I didn't get him because I'm like, damn, I can't pay that much for him. But dude, the like he's going to be good in Minnesota, man. And Aaron Jones doesn't stay healthy. So Jordan is going to see the field a ton in Minnesota, man. And that's a great get for them. And yeah, right. I'd love to have him still in the red and gold, man. So I don't know, dude. And by the way, I should also say that I named my team in this fantasy football league, Paulie. I named it the Candlestick Troughs. Just so you know.
Not bad. Yeah, you line them up, dude. Line them up and let it out. Now, Creative Tony, I want to get into our mailbag and everything, but a minute ago, Stinking Badges with no message. What's that about?
I love that he's a super, and Stinking Badges, we love you, dude. We love you. And by the way, keep telling me about your gigs down in the South Bay. I'll make it to one of those, man, because he does sound for a lot of jazz clubs and jazz shows down in the South Bay, Paulie. So Stinking Badges, aka Greg, thank you, brother. Keep in touch, and thank you for the Superman.
I was going to say, Tony, I wanted to ask you to go back a step and tell me about your kind of feeling about what you saw in the Dallas Netflix series, because I watched 3 of them. I watched back to back to back because the Niners, dude, are a big part of it. Like the Niners become like a big, as they should have been. Because if you don't know what we're talking about, there's a new documentary series about the 90s Cowboys on Netflix. I think it's called America's Team. But the thing is, a lot of it is about Jerry Jones. And that's kind of a turnoff. I don't need like hours and hours of Jerry Jones footage, but I mean, you got to explore him to tell the story. But when they get into the games and stuff, dude, there are prolonged. And there's interviews with Steve Young, interviews with Jerry Rice. Carmen Policy is in the mix in this thing. So it really brings back all that stuff. And when I see that, that's why I can watch a documentary series about the 90s Cowboys, because I'm big enough to admit that was one of the great teams we've seen. Certainly one of the great teams of the 90s. Incredible offensive line, Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame running back, Hall of Fame wide receiver, Deion Sanders, you know what I mean? Bill Bates. They had talent all over the field. That's why I don't even acknowledge the Chiefs. They're nowhere near that class. Like those 90s Cowboys teams would have destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs teams, destroyed them. And so would the Niners of the 90s would have destroyed these Chiefs teams. That's why I don't think they're worthy of that. I think there's a lot of smoke and mirrors with the Chiefs. I think their hands are held by the league. Their hands are held by the refs. And when you watch the violence of those Niner Cowboys games, dude, the game is nothing like that now. Like Troy Aikman lets go of a pass, he's getting slammed into the turf, dude. If that ever happened to your boy, the Muppet, he'd be over there throwing a temper tantrum. But I got sucked in. T, what was your impression of the whole thing?
I'm sucked in. I'm only like not even a full episode in, because I had, by the way, the kids are back in school. So it's like my whole schedule is getting thrown off. Like I went through 2 months of just freedom. Now the kids are back in school and I'm kind of having to like curtail my nighttime watching. But anyways, I got like almost an hour in and I'm like, God, there's a lot of Jerry Jones in this. But I did like what I started to see from like Michael Irvin, and I didn't know his whole story, man. And what a story about where he came from. And
dude, he's like one of 18 or something. I was like, dude, what? Like they showed the Michael Irvin, like a picture of his family. He was like, yeah, I was number 17 of 18 kids. I was like, wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, but I'm in, and I'm actually really in, like, to watch the whole thing. I'm not as interested in watching The Kingdom, but I want to watch it just so I can see. And like,
the Kingdom, dude. F the Kingdom. You know what I mean? I'll go burn the Kingdom down. I'll tell you how I'm going to deal with the Kingdom. Give me a can of kerosene and some matches. That's my response to the Kingdom. I'll light it aflame. But again, like, I will acknowledge the Cowboys were an incredible team. And you know what? Watching Troy Aikman, like present day Troy Aikman, look back on those years. Same with Emmitt Smith. All those guys they're all interviewed. Dude, Tony, they get into the nitty gritty, dude, of the White House. Do you remember the White House? Remember that whole thing?
Bring it. I mean,
they go inside the freaking White House. Dude, I didn't know this. If you guys don't know, the Cowboys, a bunch of the players, like, they bought a house for just debauchery. Because Michael Irvin's like, yeah, he's like, we're spending a lot of money on hotel rooms, bringing girls in there. We figured, let's just buy our own house. And dude, he was like, different drugs in every room, 3 to 4 girls in every room. Like, it just sounded like just a house of iniquity, man. Just a den of shame. You know what I mean? Yeah.
First of all, it sounded like a bleep show. Second of all, Rag says we need a PMP White House.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to be involved in that. I'm trying to keep my rep. But you guys want to build a White House, you go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? I got to stay clear of that, man.
Like, Ollie, like, I always use the term "tip my cap," but because I tip my cap to those Cowboys teams, man, because they
have to.
Right. And like, I loved the Tom Landry footage in the beginning. And then,
dude, me too. That's yes. Yes.
And then it got real about Landry and how they were noticing how, like, his memory was starting to slip, and
he fell asleep in meetings and stuff. I was like, oh, poor Tom. Yeah. I know. I think it's time to go, dude. When you're like in a coaching room and you just fall asleep, yeah, that's no good.
But it was the class of the NFL back then, and so, and for Jerry Jones to step in and say, and I say what you will about Jerry Jones, and I would never like defend him adamantly, but like, I know John Lynch always talks about how much he's done for the NFL, but I did like how Jerry Jones was like admitted, like, I basically was a gambler, and I put all my money on this one oil well, and if this oil well didn't hit, I was done. And I respected the fact that he was like, as Paulie likes to say, fully transparent. And But he really was like, I put $800,000 on this oil well, and it ended up just spewing out oil. So, you got to tip your cap. Do I like them? No, I never will.
Yeah.
Do I love what To did at the Star? Absolutely. I loved what they did in the NFC Championship. That's one of my favorite sporting events in the history of sports for me personally. And I love that when Dion came to the Niners and he was the missing link that got them the ring. Now it just.
Yeah, but then the very next season, he went to Dallas and won a Super Bowl down there. It was like bang, bang. He gave one to each of us. And see, that's the other thing. Like Steve Young is interviewed pretty extensively in this. And he says without any like shame or regret, he was like, we needed Dallas to become the team we became when we won the 94 Super Bowl. He's like, that would not have happened without the Dallas Cowboys. He's like, we knew we had to answer. And then Ken Norton came over. You know what I mean? Ken Norton came here. Dion goes there. It was just, it's hard to explain it if you weren't around during that era, but it was some of the best football we've ever seen. And just seeing those two uniforms on the field is always special. The Niners and the Cowboys, even though, but again, like for me lately, the past few years, it's not the same because Dallas has not been the same. Dallas has been down. I mean, Niners have been good. They've been Super Bowl caliber, but it's not the same right now, Dallas and the Niners. It's just not.
By the way, NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC, a.k.a. David Shanklin, a.k.a. Shank says, I gave Jerry Jones double birds at the stick, dude. And I just have to applaud that. That 94 NFC Championship game was one of the most spirited crowds I've ever been a part of. And I'll never forget when we won the game, my dad and my uncles, we were all feeling pretty good. And they wanted to stay. Nobody wanted to leave the stadium. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere, man, because it was a party. So I love that rivalry. I really, really love that rivalry. And I want it to come back. But, as long as Dak is going to Dak, I don't know if there is a rivalry, Paulie.
Dak can't help with Dak. He doesn't know any other way, bro. And you know what? If I was him, I would take some duct tape and I would just put it right over his mouth. Because again, about a month ago, he was like, no, we're here to win the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, you got to stop saying that, man. You got to, if you want to win the Super Bowl, how about you go win a playoff game for any playoff game? Win a divisional round playoff game. He should not be talking Super Bowl, but he can't help himself.
I am jealous of the fact, though, that they've got CeeDee Lamb and now they have George Pickens at the wide receiver, at the 1 and 2 wide receiver slots. And I'm like, damn, dude. And I have a feeling I never draft Cowboys in fantasy football, but I drafted George Pickens this year because I have a feeling he's going to have a good year.
Rags just dropped the shut the F up, Dak. No, I feel you, Rags. I wouldn't like that either, bro, if my quarterback was talking like that. And by the way, CeeDee Lamb, good receiver if he's ready to play. I know he's still recovering from getting knocked over by that ref. Dude, you lost it. You didn't see the video until I was like, Tony, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. And then your reaction was money, dude, watching him just get plowed over on the sideline. Bad look. I hope that's not like an omen of your season, Rags, because that was not a good look right there.
Well, it's crazy, but just we can't talk until I mean, the Niners need some. They're coming off of a 6-11. Have you ever just sat and thought about that for a second, Paulie? That they're coming off a 6-11 season.
Do you remember the game in Buffalo last year? Remember the game we played up in Buffalo, dude? Like they were. Oh my God, that was such a. I mean, that was. I'd rather not talk about last year if we don't have to. There's really nothing to say, man. There's nothing. You know what I'd rather do, Tony? I'd rather talk about stellar design. See what I'm saying? You see?
And Peralta Arts and Co. And how about Peralta Arts and Co? Because that's
sure, we'll do Peralta Arts. In fact, let's do Peralta Arts tonight. Let's talk about Dom Peralta and Peralta Arts. So we sing Dom's praises all the time, and we do it for good reason. This kid is super talented artistically, a lot of great design work. In fact, let's talk about Peralta Arts and Company. That's where graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture, they all collide. Peralta Arts is a full spectrum creative studio specializing in bold graphics, vibrant illustration, visual storytelling, carrying forward the spirit of legendary Bay Area artists. I like that, man. Think striking posters, think iconic album covers, immersive event branding, and a very unique artistic perspective. They channel pop culture, music, and the energy within our community to every project, whether it's logos, posters, fine art, brand visuals, all that celebrate Bay Area culture. So, Tony, let's talk about, I know you wanted to talk about his work with DJ Rob B for a sec. Go ahead.
So here, right here, our friend DJ Robbie, who is a very, very talented DJ and musician and makes great music. He's the one who made our show open. He contacted Dom directly and said, "Hey, dude, I love your work that I've seen on Paulie's and Tony's show, and I love to see what you've done with Rod Brooks and with the Bay Area Sports Collective. Can you do my album cover?" So here is DJ Robbie's. By the way, if you want to get any of his music, djrobbie.bandcamp.com. But right here, that picture right there, I'll make sure that we can see this. Yeah, you can see that. Great. Okay. That picture right there is the album cover, and the album is called A Pound of Fresh.
Nice.
And that's the work of Don Peralta right there. And if you can see the cleaver in the background, the cleaver is on the record, if you can see that on the side. And it's just shows Dom's skill right there, right then and there. And Dom's also working on something for next Tuesday that we can't reveal yet, but Dom's working on it as we speak. And when people that come to the game on Tuesday see what Dom's worked out for everybody, each gets one. It's badass. That's all I'm going to say is it's badass. And this is Dom. And by the way, Rob B liked the album cover so much that he called Dom back and says, "Dude, I love the album cover. Now can you design a t-shirt for me?" So now he's designing a t-shirt for DJ Robbie. So
I need an XL. I'll just throw it out there right now. I wear an XL, man, and I'll wear that thing proudly. And by the way, Dom and I had a conversation today. We should throw this out there while we're talking about Peralta Arts, that if you are and this is no pressure, you guys, there's no pressure on this at all, but if you are planning on going to Longbridge before the game, okay, next Tuesday, do us a favor and email us at pauliespod@gmail.com, because we're trying to get a head count so we can tell Neil, what to expect in terms of the numbers. And it's not required. You don't have to go. You can go right to the game. I know a lot of people are coming from work, and it's a work day. Getting into the city can be crazy, so I totally get that. But if you do plan on going to Longbridge, let us know. Just send your name and how many people you're going to be bringing, so we can let Neil know what to expect. And we got to get out of there by 5:30, so Neil can clean up and get ready for the dinner rush and all that, and then we can get our asses down the street to the game. So anyway, do us a favor, let us know, and thank you, Peralta Arts. If you like what you're seeing, and I'm sure you do, and Tony's right, dude, Dom cooked up something awesome for Tuesday. You guys are going to love this. But if you want to put Dom to work for your next project launch, special event, anything like that, it's PeraltaArtsCo@gmail.com. PeraltaArtsCo@gmail.com, or just reach out and call him or text him anytime you like. 650-796-3144, T.
No, it's the best, man. We can't support Dom enough, and he supports us, man. And it's just been a great, it's funny, man. I used to see his name pop up on the Murph and Mac show or whatever. And I'm like, oh, and then I'd see him on Twitter, and now getting to know him and to meet him. And we have so many common things. West Shore of Todd, it's just been a great opportunity to get to know Dom and to work with Dom and to have all this artwork and all of his just creative energy on the show. We couldn't be here without you, Dom. So thank you, brother.
100%, man. All right, Tony, let's do this. We got a few minutes left tonight. You want to get into your mailbag? I think we should. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Giants still getting their asses kicked, by the way, if you're wondering. Let me give you an updated score. Yeah, 7-1, bottom 7 right now, T, just as we expected. It's not a pretty night out there. Tristan Beck on the hill right now. It's a mess. It's just a mess. Verlander hopefully straightens it out tomorrow. They split the series. But T, your mailbag, what do you think? Do we have time?
You don't want to talk more Sky Moore or Demarcus Robinson 3-game suspension, or or Dominic Pooney out, or relying on the fact that Trent Williams won't get hurt, or come on, man. It's just sure, dude. I'll do bookmarks. Real quick. Let's do birthdays real quick before we get into into mailbag. So, dude, Jung Hoo Lee's birthday today. Just want to say happy birthday to Jung Hoo Lee. Sorry that you can't be celebrating a victory, although he had a nice leadoff bomb last night.
That was nice. I think it was the first pitch of the game too. His home run. Can we get him for his birthday? Can we get him a batting helmet that fits?
No, we'll get him a chin strap.
Or a chin strap, even better. Yeah.
We'll get him helmet, chin strap. I'm telling you, we could design this, and dude, we could retire.
The only problem with the chin strap, Tony, and I always blame Nomar Garcia-Parra for this. He was the guy that started all this crap with the gloves and the bands and the freaking adjusting every part of his uniform between every. Remember that whole thing he used to do? And then everybody else started doing that. So now if you introduce a chin strap, that'll be a whole new thing. He'll step out of the box and start playing with the chin strap between pitches. You know what I mean? It's just another device to stall between pitches. What?
All I know is if we put the Polymax Particle Steal Your Face logo on that chin strap, he can undo it as much as he wants and have the camera just zoom in on it, dude. Okay. And by the way, Alexander McPhail or McFall? McPhail. Alexander McPhail is a super. No content. It's just that he's a super. Alexander, welcome to the show, and thank you for the super, brother. Much
Alexander the Great, welcome aboard, brother. And I love the mystery. I love the mystery of no message whatsoever, dude. I'm down. You want to keep it blank? You keep it blank. It's up to you, bro. And thank you. Yeah.
And props to Scott Ostler yesterday, who was a guest on our show. If you didn't see the episode, go back and watch it. He was fantastic as usual. Check it out, YouTube at Polymax Particles. And when you're there, hit the like button and subscribe and all that not stuff we have to say every time. But he said basically that the Giant season has been a very mysterious season. And I'm like, dude, that is so perfectly put by Ostler. And then he also said that, there's a lot of mystery behind the Warriors and there's a lot of mystery behind the Niners. It's like it's just a mysterious time in the Bay right now. So I just want to credit Scott.
All right, let's do what we do best. Let's shout out U2. She Moves in Mysterious Ways. Pretty cool track, actually. Wow, wow, back to boom, boom, wow, wow. And then I got to shout out the Pretenders and Mystery Achievement with that cool bass line. Bum, bum, ba-dee-do-dee-dum, bum, ba-dee-dum, bum, 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 bum. Mystery Achievement, Tony. Yeah, the other mystery. Oh, and Mystery Train, of course. The great Mystery Train. Tony, you're making a wince. What are you doing with your face? What's happening?
I'm just trying to think of songs. I can't think of songs right now, but I can give credit to the Mystery Machine on Scooby-Doo.
That's the best. That's all you've done enough. That's all you needed to do, bro. Tell me they weren't stoners. You know what I mean? Driving around trying to get Scooby snacks in the freaking Mystery Machine, dude. Think about it for a second. A Mystery Machine.
The whole deal about supposedly Scooby snacks were just, basically edibles for Scooby. And who knows how Scooby was feeling during the show. But
if we were going to recast the show right now, 100% I'm Shaggy. 100%. You know what I mean? I got to be Shaggy, bro. You might be Scooby himself, actually. It's me and you, dude. I'll be Shaggy. You be Scooby. Done. Noemi can be, what was her name? Thelma. And then there was the blonde girl's name. What was her? Thelma had the glasses, right? Thelma was like the bookworm type. And then
oh man, I don't remember.
DVB's coming strong, no hesitation. Daphne, who wants to be Daphne? Patty from Napa can be Daphne. There we go. Rags, she was hot. You do know that was a cartoon, right, Rags? I'm just throwing that out there. It was animated. All right. Anyway, Creative Tony, give me some of your birthdays, kid.
All right, real quick. KRS-One is 60 today. I thought that was
really? Oh, yeah. Dude, I tell you what, I was right there at the beginning. So was Rags. We used to listen to KRS-One in the 80s. You got to always say rest in peace. DJ Scott LaRock was like the first casualty, big high profile casualty in hip hop, victim of a shooting. And My Philosophy, what was the other one? Criminal Minded, dude. The first one, Criminal Minded, great record right there. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to the Professor, KRS-One.
Dude, the Professor, absolutely. And then also Fred Durst, for Limp Bizkit fans out there. Fred Durst's birthday today as well. And then hold on a second. Stinking Badges is the super again, dude.
What you got to do, man? You guys leave it blank all you want. It's fine. I kind of like it, actually. We're starting a trend here. No messages, just supers. That's all. Yeah.
Stinking Badges, you rule. Keep ruling. Yeah. That's great. And then finally, Paulie, Robert Plant, 77 years young today. Happy birthday to Robert Plant.
Happy birthday, Bobby Plant, dude. I was listening to Robert Plant when I was 13 years old, and I'm listening to him in my freaking 50s, dude. You know what? I'll be listening to Robert Plant till the day I drop effing dead. And by the way, Tony, I have a special announcement for you. I was flipping through my records, and it occurred to me that I have 2 copies of the Robert Plant solo record, Within the Mood and Big Log, and one of them's got your name on it, buddy. So when you come up here next week, I'm going to give you a copy of that, because you need that. You need Big Log and In the Mood on vinyl. You do.
It's done. Fine. I would absolutely love to.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tell me where I can get it, when I can get it ASAP. I'll be throwing that thing on the turntable immediately.
I'll tell you right now. So we're going to have a lunch with Carlos on Monday. And just creative. And Dom, you should come up for that too. So Dom, myself, and Tony, and Los. So when you come up for that lunch, you come by. I'll give you the Robert Plant record, Bobby Plant. And happy birthday, Robert Plant. I freaking love you, man.
Dude, I had no quarter came on today for me
Oh.
today on shuffle, and I had to take a moment. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna listen to this in its entirety, and I had headphones on. I'm like, it's just magic.
Close the door, put out the light, bam, 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 boom, boom, boom. No, we won't be home tonight. And then the riff, dude. I love No Quarter, dude. Love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's incredible song. So happy birthday, Robert Plant. Paulie, before we try to wrap the show.
Yeah, we got to be good boys now over for Kron. We got Chris Flynn watching, dude. We got to be on our best behavior. We want to blow this thing up on day one. You know what? Chris will call us tomorrow. Hey, guys, they asked you to go 60. You know what? We're good. We don't need you after all. Yeah, let's keep it within the confines, at least for tonight, T.
Well, here, dude, let's go to the mailbag and let's show some mailbag. And so these are people that have sent us awesome emails to pauliespod@gmail.com. And then, Paulie, I want to end with the text messages from Mark Canizaro. So remember to remind me at the end of mailbag. But right now, to get it started, this is Robot Centaur, who now is our sports desk editor. Basically, he stumped me on the Sky Moore news today. I was going to text out, "Hey, Sky Moore is a Niner," and as I'm typing it, he sent the text. I'm like, dude, you totally, what do they call it? Scooped me. You scooped me. So I got scooped by the Robot Centaur sports desk. Anyways, he goes, the Centaurs. He goes, me and Mrs. Centaur went to the Valkyries game on yesterday, and they went to Longbridge Pizza beforehand. So they stopped by the Rags 8x11 glossy, took a picture of the Rags.
They bobblehead right next to Rags too, right there, Rags. Me and you, buddy. Yeah, that's my very handsome face in a bobblehead form, right?
Oh, it's so good. And then there's the two pizza pies, the hot and honey. I think that's what they call it, the hot and honey. They enjoyed that with the sourdough crust, Longbridge Pizza. Just they know what they're doing. That's basically what it is. That should be a new slogan for them. We know what we're doing. Then his first.
We know what the F we're doing. Stand back. Yeah.
There's a pin he got from the first Valkyries game, and then look at how they deck out the scene inside Chase Center for Valkyries games, dude.
It's like a Halloween party in there with the big wooden door and the bats and everything. Wow, that's pretty gangster. I like that.
Awesome, man. He said they got tickets on one of the ticket sites like 30 minutes before the game, and they were lower bowl, and it was a sneakerhead night as well. So really cool. That must have been a poster they gave out. And then look at, they have all this decked out. And then here's the seats. Look inside. Look at Chase, man. Decked out in purple, dude. I love it for the Valkyries, man. He said it was a great time, and that he highly recommends the Longbridge Valkyries timeout in San Francisco. So I just wanted to share those photos. There it is, Kate Martin with a 3, burying a 3. So Valkyrie's ball right there, Paulie. So I wanted to show that to get things started on the mailbag. And let me stand by here, Paulie. I'm just going to come back.
Do your thing, man. Sprinkle your magic, T. Take your time.
Yeah. The hang on one sec. Well, the mailbag is fun. It's laborious.
Giant baseball. Fun. And by the way, don't forget to do Marky Canizaro, because he sent some pretty cool videos from the Who from last night in New Jersey.
Dude, so this is Noemi. I wanted to say Noemi. This is a picture of her hot sauce, okay? Nice. So she just wanted to send these in, and we've been talking about her hot sauce for a long time. Noemi Catalina, and she is on the chat most shows, if not all of them. We love you, Noemi. And she's got the peach habanero, the green apple, and the mango inferno hot sauces. And she says that she's got some, she has 13 bottles of the green apple, 8 bottles of the peach, and 11 bottles of the mango. If you do info@ladycatalina.com, if you want to email her, info@ladycatalina.com. And she's also at lady_Catalina @_ventures on Instagram if you want to check her out. So that was part of the mailbag as well. Thank you, Noemi, for that. And then also, this is really funny, Paulie. Make sure you can.
I know it already. I saw this. I remember yes, Scotty Baio, bro, smoking bongs. I remember this. It was like one of those. ABC after school Regs. Do you remember Stoned? I'll never forget this, dude. Look at him. Look at Baio. He discovered he was smoking bongs. It was a big thing about. It was kind of a propaganda piece to scare people away from marijuana. Tony, did you ever see it?
I did not, dude, but I know this. I know that look, and I remember seeing this after the fact, and that was like the afternoon specials they did, right?
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
ABC afternoon specials. But look at the text as Jack thinks smoking pot is the answer to all his problems. Jack Mellon is a good student, one of the best in his class. He's shy, has no friends, and can't talk to girls. Getting high seems to get him friends, but it also gets him into deep trouble. If you smoke pot, know somebody who does, or just want to understand what it's all about, don't miss this very important show.
Listen, what can I tell you? You know what I mean? I'm here to represent the other side of that coin. Okay, I'm here to represent the non-criminal element of the herbal delish community. But anyway, yeah, Scotty Bale, that was a great one. Who sent that in, T?
Hold on, and now, by the way, it says in that little bubble, starring Scott Bale of Happy Days.
Yeah.
So that was sent in by Alex, and he says, I saw this and thought of you guys.
Well,
so,
thank you, Alex. And honestly, guy would swear on a stack of Bibles. I saw that on TV when it like premiered. I remember watching that. It was kind of a scared straight kind of attempt to get people away from marijuana. Okay, what's this? What is this?
Sweet Mad Hatter from the Salmon Derby. That's Sweet Mad Hatter from the Salmon Derby. He said,
nice lid, dude. I like your Grateful Dead hat. Awesome.
There they are on the boat. They're on the and getting involved with the Salmon Derby. And look at that. So look at the size of those, man. Look at the size of those that were caught. He said he had one and it got let loose, but he said his buddy caught one. And I just wanted to share these because we love the Sweet Mad Hatter in there in Eugene, Oregon. And he says he scored on the raffle. So he says the Derby was way too much fun. After a long night at the casino, he said he lost a decent salmon, but his friends landed a 19-pounder and a 13-pounder Chinook. So great stuff from Sweet Mad Hatter. Thanks for sending those in. And then Paulie, the last thing I wanted to share. Oh, yeah. So here we go. Let me stop sharing this, and I'm going to add this to the show, Paulie. These are 2 videos that were sent in. One was from our dear friend, Leah Phillips.
Just went to the store, got some veggies. Got my little J for our 420 session. Happy 420. See you soon.
Always good to see Leah Phillips. I don't think she's in the house tonight, but I'm glad you rolled the video of Leah. One of our great friends. We go way back with Leah, and she's a big supporter of the show, too. What's she doing? To little grocery shopping? Where is she?
So remember our show started at 420 on Monday. The special show. She basically went to the dispensary before the show, and she said, happy 420. I'm getting prepared for the show.
Rock and roll.
That was Leah Phillips. Thank you so much, Leah, for sending that in.
Thank
and
you,
then there's one more, if I can show this, Paulie. This is from Josh Berkowitz in Half Moon Bay. And we've been talking a lot of Beastie Boys. So let me set this up. I got to get it to the right spot here. Okay. So hold on. This is Josh Berkowitz. This is his son and his buddy. And in Half Moon Bay, and we've been talking a lot of Beastie Boys. His son on guitar, just out of nowhere, starts in with this.
Hell yeah.
You gotta fight for your right to party.
I couldn't agree more. Well done. Hey, you know what? There's hope for the future, man. We got kids banging on acoustic guitar. That bodes well for the future. I like the other kid blowing harp and holding the mic out. You know what I mean? He's holding the mic. Oh, singing to this. Yeah.
So how great is that, dude? They're just jamming on the stairs. And this guy, Josh, thank you, Josh Berkowitz, so much from Half Moon Bay. Sent this in. He goes, I was just walking by and I saw this. And next thing you know, they break into Beastie Boys. So well done, Berkowitz. And finally, Paulie, we can go to Mr. Marky Canizzaro's videos if you'd like to.
Yeah, so Marky Cannizzaro, our great friend with the New York Post, one of the great sports writers in the country, he was blowing my phone up last night because he was at the Who at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, and he was floored. He was like, I can't believe they're this good. I didn't have any expectations. They're blowing me away. And here's a little taste. And I'm going to see the Who in September. I think Don Peralta's going to be there. Here you go.
Here we go.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, down. Dude, that just fired me up in a big way. Go ahead, Townsend. Swing that freaking windmill, dude. Won't get meet the new boss, same as the old boss, Tony. You know how that goes.
Incredible. When we saw the Who at Chase Center, what was that, 2 years ago? Or
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Just incredible, man. Oh, and that was when what's her name was on violin.
Katie Jacoby, our friend. Yeah.
Yeah, she was amazing on violin, and she actually was a guest on the Polly's podcast. We should reach out to her again, actually, Polly.
She's coming. So the Who are going to be at the Shoreline Amphitheater in September. Tony, you should go. I'm going, and Dami Peralta is going too. And if anybody else is going, let us know. We'll have a little PMP powwow down at Shoreline Amphitheater. Tony, thank you for that. Thank you, Mark Cannizzaro. Also, thank you to Peralta Arts. As always, we freaking love you, Dom Peralta. And if you are looking for some great artistic touches on your next project, you want those bold visuals, you want Peralta Arts and Company to bring them alive with Bay Area soul, contact Peralta Arts and bring your next vision to life. It's PeraltaArtsCo@gmail.com, or you can call or text Dom anytime, 650-796-3144. Also, thank you so much to Neil Denardi and all the good people down at Longbridge Pizza, 2347 3rd Street, right down there in the dog patch. Not too late to go grab a pie right now. If you're in the city, head on down there. They do deliver as well. If you're nearby, call it in, have them drive it out to your place. The laid back vibe, the serious pizza. The Vibe Tribe is in full swing. Best playlist of music you'll ever hear when you're eating pizza. That I can guarantee. And you haven't really had great pizza until you've had the sourdough crust. I'm telling you, it's a whole new element that I had never experienced before. So thank you, Longbridge Pizza. We'll see you down there on Tuesday. Tony, final words, and we'll send our friends off into the night, buddy.
Last part of business. If you are joining us on Tuesday for the Giants game with Learn with Los with Carlos De La Fuente, our great flex funding sponsor, and you plan to meet us, we're going to be at Longbridge Pizza from 3:30 to 5:30 for a nice pregame. If you plan to join us, you can let us know on the chat here, throughout the show tomorrow or Friday, or you can email us pollyspod@gmail.com just to confirm you're going to be there. We just want to help out Neil and give him a rough estimate of how many people will be there, because Neil's like the greatest host, and he wants, we're going into Neil's house and he wants to make sure that everybody's well fed. So he just wants to make sure that he's on top of it. So I just appreciate everybody, first of all, for selling out those tickets. Second of all, Paulie, I just appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody on this chat and everybody that listens or watches this show. The audio versions are available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and TuneIn. Just Polymax Particles is what it's called. Or on YouTube when you're there at Polymax Particles. Subscribe and like while you're there. We're also on Twitter. We're also on Instagram, and we're also on TikTok, and we're on Facebook.
Well, Tony, let's not forget, we're also on the Cron 4 Plus app, my man. The Cron 4 Plus app. We got to start including that on the regular basis, and we're so happy to announce our partnership with Cron 4. Thank you, Chris Flynn, for believing in the show. Thank you for digging the show. We're going to keep on delivering it. You can catch new episodes streaming every night on the Cron 4 Plus app at 11:30 p.m. You can get the whole thing on your flat screen, however you want to consume the show. Hey, if you're comfortable here, stay right here. We're not going anywhere. But there's going to be more people joining the party now that we're moving over to Cron as well. So thank you, Cron. Your smart TV, it will accommodate all your needs there, Tony, for the Cron 4 Plus app. And soon we'll have it on your mobile app as well.
Yeah, also I just want to reiterate that on the smart TVs with Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV, that's how you can get it. That's how you can download it. And if you don't have any of those, you can get a Fire Stick. They're actually pretty cheap now, and plug it into your HDMI outlet on the back of your TV and then download it. But the shows will be on video on demand on Cron 4 Plus, and then they'll also replay every show every night at 11:30, like Paulie mentioned. And then also Chris Flynn, can't thank you enough, general manager at Cron, new general manager at Cron. He's the one that took the chance on us. He's the one that asked if he could use us as part of his pitch in his interview process, and he got the gig, and he followed up on his word, and he said, I'm putting you guys on Cron 4 Plus. And now today we can finally say that we're there. And so I thank you so much, Chris. And he's an ideas guy, and he's got so many ideas. So we're so excited about the near future with Chris and Cron 4 Plus, Paulie.
And we failed on our first night in typical PMP fashion. We were supposed to do 60. We did $113. That's what happened. Sorry, Chris. Sorry. You know what you're dealing with the PMP crowd. And Rags is just dropping fire stick. You know what I mean? He's going to incorporate that to some new technique, not the fire starter, the fire stick. Rags, get to work. We'll have a report from you tomorrow. All right. Hey, thank you guys so much. Stevie B, Nikki DiFrancesco, Don Peralta, Karen Bell. Well, let's see what else we got out there, Tony. Ray Goodman, haven't seen you tonight. Great to see your face. Let's see. We got Noemi. We got Miguel Salas. All of you guys. Sweet Mad Hatter, Robot Centaur. Thank you guys for supporting the show. It's been great. And we're going on. We're going upward and onward together. Creative Tony, bring in Diamond Dave. We're going to send our friends home into the night. All right, Tony, I dig the sleeveless shirts. Give me one flex before we go. One flex. Yeah, look at a physique of a creative. You're looking good, T. You're looking real good, buddy. Have a great night. Let's see how many runs the Giants lose by, and let's see who gets hurt at Niner practice tomorrow. We'll have all the report. We'll have all the information for you at 11. We will be back, and we hope to see you joining us at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for celebrating with us, and cheers, y'all.
Peace, y'all. Thank you.